In crypto, everybody wants to jump into the projects that are taking off, but the secret to making huge gains in crypto is to jump into the good quality projects that nobody's talking about yet. In today's video, I'm going to show you two projects that are absolutely fantastic projects that I think are going to make some extreme gains in this bull run, and nobody is really talking about them right now. So hit that like button and let's jump into it. Alright, so we're going to jump into coins that nobody is really talking about right now. One of them you've definitely heard of, and if you've watched my channel, you've actually heard of both of these coins, but I'm going to show you one coin in this video that I think is going to make some absolutely extreme gains, and I'm going to show you why in this video that I think that, and my price predictions and profit-taking strategy for both of these coins, and why I think one of these could potentially make me a millionaire. So let's jump into it here. The first project I'm going to talk about is Shrapnel. Most of you, if not all of you, have heard of Shrapnel before. This is going to be one of the bigger gaming projects for this bull run. Everybody's really waiting for Off the Grid to come out, but I'll tell you what, when that project comes out, and it's likely going to be, I think maybe in the next few months here, I think the token for it is just called Guns, and when that token launches, everybody and their grandma is going to be jumping into it. That is on the Avalanche ecosystem, and I think it's going to cause Shrapnel to have a bull run when that token takes off, as well as all the other gaming coins. And I think we may not get a huge gaming alt season until Off the Grid launches. I could be wrong on that, but that's kind of what I'm waiting for the gaming alt season to really take off. Nobody's really talking about gaming very much right now. There are some hidden gems out there that are extremely low market cap that I think are going to get into the hundreds of millions of market cap, if not billions of market cap this bull run, and nobody's really buying them or talking about them right now because everybody wants to jump into the projects that are already taking off. So if you take a look at Shrapnel here at 2.5 cents, this is an absolute steal. It's almost down to its all-time low of around 1.9 cents. Look at the market cap, it's at 21 million. So for Shrapnel, I think this is a really low market cap. I think this one could potentially get up to $1 billion market cap this bull run. If you take a look at the price history here, just in December of 2023 and March of 2024, this thing got up to 40 cents, and that is, you know, pretty much like a 15x or so from its current price. And this was like the mini bull run. This isn't the main bull run that's coming up, and when we get the main bull run, I think it's going to smash through this previous price point of 40 cents. And I'll tell you my price targets for this one in a little bit here, but this is on Avalanche, so you know, you can pick it up on Trader Joe, I believe is the DEX for it, and there's other exchanges like Bybit, HTX, KuCoin, BingX, and so on. You can get on Uniswap, on Avalanche, of course, but I think Trader Joe is the DEX for Avalanche. But it's on multiple exchanges, so you can pick up Shrapnel. Typically, I just pick it up on KuCoin. If you're in the US and you can't pick it up, other than you could just use the DEX in your MetaMask wallet, send some Avalanche to your MetaMask, and swap Avalanche token for the Shrapnel token on the Trader Joe. That's one way of picking up. I picked up some that way. Also picked up some on KuCoin. If you're in the US, you can get a Palau ID. I'll try to leave the link for that in the description below. You guys can use that. It's like $250 to get your Palau ID, and it takes like a month or two to get it, but then you can use that to KYC on exchanges like KuCoin and Mexi and so on. So you get, that is an option for you because you're going to want several options for selling during the bull run, and DEXs can be a little bit tricky, so you know, it's just another option out there for you. But we'll take a look at Shrapnel here. So the strategic partners and investors in Shrapnel, huge investors with this one: Polychain Capital, Razor Gaming is getting involved in a lot of Web3 gaming, of course Avalanche, Merit Circle, Spartan, Guildfi, OKX, and so on, Super League, and there's multiple partners with this one. And if you take a look at their X page, they've got almost 500,000 followers. This one did have that mini bull run. It's been around for a little while. This is its first full bull run, but it was in the mini bull run of March. The other token I'm going to cover in this video hasn't been around very long, just launched in 2024. So if we jump into the Avalanche gaming website here, Shrapnel is featured on gaming on Avalanche, so it's also featured with other games like Domi, and I don't think I've covered Domi on my channel before, but that's another decent gaming project. And Off the Grid, of course, is another big one. So it is featured with games like this that are going to be very popular here once the gaming bull run takes off. Take a look at Shrapnel here. If you look back in September, it was down to like 1.8, 1.9 cents. Jumped all the way up to 6 cents, and then it's had a slow correction down since then, and now it's down to around 2.5 cents. I did pick some more up recently and double my portfolio on this one because I didn't have very much. You know, this was too dangerous of a play for me. I waited until it had a big correction down and started buying it in here because I think that's the best way to go with these. And you don't want to buy any green candles because you're going to get burned doing that. And those people who bought on the way up here are now sitting in a huge loss because of this. So that's why I'm careful buying anything that's pumped recently. You don't want to do that. But if you look at the price history on it, got up to 40 cents here earlier this year. So from its current price, it's already a 15x, and I think it'll smash through here very likely. The other token I want to talk about here is Engines of Fury. This is at an all-time low of 9 cents. This is an extremely low bargain for this one. A huge bargain for Engines of Fury. I still think this one is going to do really well. Once we get a gaming bull run, people are starting to worry about it because the price is dumping. It's just because this one launched in the summer, right in the summer dump, and you know, it did really well at its launch. I think it got up to like 94 cents, but then dumped right away because we had the summer dump. It's just been selling off since then from people who were invested in the project early. I am an early investor in this one, and the round that I purchased it at was at 20 cents, so it's at half the price of my private round price or whatever round I got in at. I'm not sure which round it was, but I got in as an early investor in this one, and I've just been adding as much of this to my portfolio as I can. I'm at a loss in it right now, but I'm not too worried about it. I think my average is still right around 20 cents on this one, or 20 some cents on this one, because I was buying it at 30 some cents and 40 cents and so on, and I've just been accumulating it and add as much to my portfolio when I can afford to as possible. Now, the market cap on CoinGecko says 894,000, but the fully diluted valuation is 10, almost 11 million. So if you take a look at the exchanges that this one is on, it launched on like 7 or 8 exchanges: HTX, MEXC, BitGet, Gate.io, BingX, KuCoin, and so on. You can pick it up on PancakeSwap. So I'm going to show you why here I'm excited about Engines of Fury, even though nobody else out there is really talking about it on YouTube. But I think once gaming tokens launch, everybody's going to be jumping into gaming coins. This is going to be one of them that's going to start pumping, I think, pretty hard. And once it starts pumping, you're going to see more influencers out there talking about this one. I'm pretty much the only one out there talking about it. So remember me when I told you about Engines of Fury at 9 cents, because I think this is an extremely huge deal for this token. Now, look at the advisors here. Co-founder of EA Sports, Jeff Burton, angel investor and strategic advisor for Forbes, founder and CEO of ChainGPT, is another advisor of Fury, Engines of Fury, co-founder and CEO of Citus Heroes. He is also an advisor for Engines of Fury, an investor and content creator. But let's look at the partners and investors. This is absolutely massive. Animoca Brands, BNB Chain, Immutable. They might be migrating to Immutable instead of Solana, so I'm not sure on that, but either Solana or Immutable X is where they're migrating to. Aether is a partner with them. ChainGPT, Metavest, Maven Capital, Citus Heroes, KuCoin, Gate.io, HTX, MEXC, BitGet, PancakeSwap, ZK Race, and over 30 other partners and investors. So keep that in mind. The team is fully doxed. They are extremely active. They have a huge team working on this. They're always regularly posting on their X page. I am very excited about this one, even though nobody out there's talking about it. I have not lost my confidence in this one just because the token price has gone downhill. It's because we haven't had a gaming bull run yet, in my opinion. Now, this is a high risk play, so keep that in mind. Don't go jumping in and going all in on Engines of Fury. I actually have probably more of this token in my portfolio than I should, just because I've been dollar cost averaging into it. I went in heavy as a private investor because I thought this one is going to do really well, and I still think it's going to do really well, but this should be a smaller portion of your portfolio because it is such a low micro cap. So keep that in mind. 2 million market cap is extremely low, so this is a high risk play. But with all the partnerships that it has, the quality of the game, the activity on their social media, and everything like that, take a look at the price here. You can see that, you know, since its launch here back in May, when we were in the middle of the summer dump, jumped up to like 96 cents on launch day, and then it's just been correcting down ever since. And I've just been buying all the way down, adding as much of this to my portfolio as I can before we get this massive gaming bull run. Now, sure, it could come down lower. You can see that it's not looking good, looking like it could come down lower, but it may not. You know, at any point in time, we could get a gaming bull run and this could start taking off. So if it drops any lower and I have some funds available, I'm still going to add more to my portfolio because I have confidence in this coin that it will do really well. Now, I could be wrong on that, so don't say, Dean, why did you tell me to buy this coin and it went to zero? It could go to zero, so keep that in mind. I warned you. I'm adding as much as I can to my portfolio because I do think it's going to recover and it's going to do well once we have a gaming bull run. Ever since it's launched, there's been absolutely zero talk about gaming, no gaming bull run. All of the gaming coins have been selling off. If we take a look at Shrapnel as well has been selling off since March. All of these gaming coins have been dumping since March. So don't be so paranoid about Fury dumping because all of the gaming coins have been dumping for the most part since March. There has been a few that launched recently, like Play, that dumped at launch and they're slowly coming up now. There are a few coins that have started to make some moves, but a few of them, not a lot of them. Nobody's talking about Fury yet, but I think it will. It does have some good KOLs that have invested in the project, and there's some big ones watching the project. Once the gaming bull run hits, you're probably going to see some of these big KOLs like Ivan on Tech, like Lady of Crypto, like Kyle Chassis that are going to be probably promoting this one, and this is potentially a AAA game that's going to be coming out here with everything that they're doing. So let's get into price predictions here on these two real quick. I'm just going to do a real quick price prediction on these, showing my profit taking strategy currently. So for Shrapnel, I plan on selling around 10%, around the 35-cent mark before it hits that 40-cent mark that it was at back in March. So I think it's going to smash through there, but I will sell another 20% around the 45 to 49-cent range, very likely, and then another 20% probably around 74 cents, and then another 20% of my coins around 94 cents before it hits that $1 mark. This is just 100,000 tokens as an example. Some may have less than this, some may have more than this, but this is just an example of how this math will work out. So I'd sell the last 20% around $1.24, and then I'd sell my last 10% before it hit the $1.50 mark. Now, it may not reach $1.50 mark. I think it will. I think it may even do better than this, but we'll see how it plays out. But these are my current profit-taking prices for this one. If you were to sell 100,000 tokens in a perfect world at these prices and these percentages of this total, so 10,000 coins, 20,000 coins, 20,000, 20,000, 20,000, and 10,000 coins, 10%, totals up to 100,000 coins. The math on that works out to $86,600. Now, big thing is to get the risk off the table, and once you get your initial investment out, then you can be a little bit more risky with it, but you still want to take heavy profits after that to make sure you're getting out before the gaming bull run ends, because you don't know it could end at any time once it starts. So just be careful. So if you take a look at Fury, this is my current price targets for Fury. If you had 25,000 tokens, you sell 10% of them, around 2,500 tokens at $1.45. That would get out $3,600. And if you sold 20% of those, around 5,000 coins at $1.95 before it hits the $2 mark, that would get out, $9,700. Another 20% at $2.45 or $12,250. 20% at $3.45, 20% at $4.45, and then 10% at $5.45. Total profit, minus your initial investment, be about $78,000 on this, minus your initial investment, depending on what price you picked up your Fury tokens at. This is my current profit-taking strategy for Fury. It may not do this well. I think it will. I think it could get up to the potentially max of a $5 to $7 range this bull run, but I'm going to start heavily cashing out well before that just to make sure I'm safe and get my profits out. I may even sell earlier in this because I have enough Fury to where I don't need 30, 40, 50x to do well. 10 to 20x on my Fury tokens is going to do really well for me, but I do have some coming monthly from my vesting schedule as an early investor, so I may sell some early and then I still have some coming throughout the year just in case the prices start really skyrocketing towards the end of 2025. It just really depends on how this cycle plays out. But these are my current profit taking strategies for Fury and Shrapnel. Hope you liked the video. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comment section below if there's any other microcap gaming coins that are really solid projects. I think both of these have extremely good partnerships and good games. I think they're really going to do well. If you compare the two, they're similar. I think that Fury will slowly catch up to what Shrapnel did in market cap earlier in 2024. May not reach what Shrapnel gets to by the end of 2025, but we'll see what happens here. These are two of my top picks for gaming right now that nobody's really buying into right now. I'm adding to my portfolio. I just added more of both of these to my portfolio because I'm under the impression, based off of the partnership partnerships and stuff that they have, that they're both going to be successful this bull run, and they actually have working products out there. It's not true speculation. Engines of Fury is also launching on the Epic Store soon, and they also have more exchange listings coming with it. So, you know, hopefully that will help push the price up as well. It's going to be an actual game launching, not just speculation out there with both of these projects. So take a look at them, do your own research and your own due diligence. Don't just jump into them because I'm mentioning them. Make sure you always do your own research on any project out there before you invest in it. But I wanted to show you guys these. I think they're going to do really well. They're at extremely low prices right now, and once gaming takes off, I think that they're going to take off. So we'll see what happens here. But appreciate if you subscribe to my channel, hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm, and we'll see you on the next video.